Stop recording.
Are you in fear of your wages being garnished over debt? What's up, everybody? This is Blind Intelligence. You know what's up? What's up, everybody? You know where the rules, rights, and the responsibilities put you back in control. Yo, welcome to the show. What's going on? I'm back, yo. I told y'all I'm gonna be back today. You know what I'm saying? This is my Friday, yo. This is your Friday, really, because I'm here to serve you. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so, you know, we always, talking about, we always talk about debt and all that stuff, but, like I said, we gotta understand one thing. You know what I'm saying? Just because you owe the debt, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta prove, the debt collectors gotta prove that they own the debt. Whether it's a debt junk buyer or a debt collector. There's a distinction between the two. You know what I'm saying? And they, get revved up, you're scared going to court. You're scared you're going to get your wage garnishes. And that's, it's those two things happens at one time. First, let me set a disclaimer. This is not legal advice, not financial advice. If you would like legal advice, financial advice, then I suggest you find yourself a competent professional, and please be advised. What I'm about to say here is strictly for education and information purposes only. And the views and opinions of me, the host, hey, this is Raphael Bird. It doesn't reflect any of the views and opinions of any platform that hosts Blind Intelligence. Once again, welcome to the show. Like I was saying, I've been through this mess. Personally. Scared to go to court. Scared to get your wage garnished. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't know nothing, something will always pop off. When you don't know something always gonna pop off. I'm telling you, it's always popping off. Always. So stop it. Stop it. I can sit here in this chair and sit here and tell you, but you don't know what I'm going through. I owe $30,000 and this, that, whoop the whoop and all of that. No, I don't. But I can tell you this. There's one thing I know for sure, and two things are for certain. Don't nothing last forever. Cause it's either it's going to end up like this, or it's going to end up like that. See what I'm saying? It's going to end up like this, where you know what your rights are and you know how to handle it, or it's going to end up like that and you're going to have to deal with it because you don't know what your rights are. In other words, if you don't answer the letters, you know what I'm saying, you don't answer the summons, you're going to get a wage garnishment because you're going to forfeit. So this crap happened to me, but luckily I didn't get a wage. I don't know. Something was on my side. I don't know what's going on, but I got a wage garnishment, but I got it. I got reheard because I didn't get served. It was an improper. I didn't get served properly. And in fact, I didn't get served at all. So the sheriff didn't come and put that summons in my hand for me to come to court, and they just garnished my wages. So I went and I wrote a letter, and this is when I got into this, and I started understanding and learning. So I wrote a letter to the court and asked them wanted a motion for the case, the motion to set aside the case. I got a new court case. Went in, dude didn't have his paperwork wasn't right. Boom, came back. Then he gave him a chance. They came back. They didn't show up. I won the case. Dismiss. Dismiss. Ain't heard nothing from them ever again. I'm telling you. Just that simple. And I owed up in the thousands and thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it doesn't make a difference the amount, because it's all the same. A debt collection is a debt collection. Remember that. And they have to prove under 15 USC 1692G. Yo, you gotta remember that. Yo, I'm telling you, I've been through this mess, man. Yo, it's crazy. It was crazy for me. He's calling my phone, blowing my phone up, man. Yo, man, I'm like, dude. I'm like, what's going on? Why is this happening to me? Why is these folks calling me? Calling me up, telling me, oh, man, I'll help you out. I just want to help you out. Okay, help me out. Give me another loan so I can pay up the other one. Oh, no, we can't do that. Well, here's what we can do. Well, none that you want to hear in order to relieve your stress. It's their job. It's those debt collectors' job to do that. To give you to falsify information by giving you these bullshit promises that they're going to help you out and they can't. Man, come on, man. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. And see, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what really made me study. I mean, really made me study. I got pissed off. And I'm telling you, I got pissed off. Because you know why? Because I got tired. I got tired of not knowing. What is it that they know that I don't? And I said, forget it. And I started studying. And I started studying. See, when you understand what they can't do, puts you back in power. See, when you understand what they can't do. See, that's the key. When you understand what they can't do, then you can understand what, and then look at what they're doing. Because 9 times out of 10, the stuff that they're doing is what they can't do. They ain't gonna ever do what they can't, what they're supposed to do. They're gonna do what they are not supposed to do. Because they know that you don't know nothing. That you don't know nothing. They're gonna, look, I'm telling you, it's a gamble. It's a gamble, but see, the gamble is so, yo, I'm telling you, they come out right so many times with this gamble, with people not knowing what's up. Hey, they do it to everybody. But then when they run up on you, and you know what's up, they're gonna tuck their tails between their legs and keep it moving. And you ain't gonna never hear from them ever again. And you be like, well, dang, man, how did that happen? Because you know you owe this, right? You know what I'm saying? Yo, let's keep that a buck. Let's keep this shit right here. What I'm finna say, yo, this is really 100. You know you owe this debt. But your creditor charge it off. You know what I'm saying? 80 days, they'll charge it. They don't want to deal with it no more. They roll off and everything. They gotta write off everything, boom. They don't want to deal with it. So debt collectors popping up. The statutory limitations on collecting on the debt in your state hadn't expired, and they still coming at you. But then you shoot. You know you're right. You shoot them that 15 USC 1692G deal, and then you send them a letter, or you send them a letter or an affidavit or whatever the case may be, and tell them to back off. Yo, that's over with. And you be like, and then they go away. You're like, oh snap. Yo, that happened to me. Man, listen. Yo, if you want a testimony, I'm just gonna tell you what's real. I can't speak for no. I'm gonna tell you like this. I look at a lot of different. Of course, you know I look at a lot of different. Gurus out here. You know what I'm saying? I look at a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I look at the different lines of the line of work that they in. You know, secure party creditor, this, that, whatever. This person discharging this, how to discharge that over here, and how to do that, and how to do the WBN sandwich and all that kind of junk. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know about none of that. I've been watching it, I've been studying it, I've been looking at it for a long time. But one thing I can tell you off the rip, I'm telling you this right off the rip. I haven't heard one story that somebody came back and told me that an A4V worked for them. I haven't heard not one story. I'm not bull crapping. Not bull crapping. I have not heard one story about a WBN sandwich or whatever they call it working for them. I hadn't heard none of that. Secure party, yes, I understand how that works. That makes sense. I understand the paperwork that's involved. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. That's about the only process that I could see that makes sense. Because you're dealing with you're operating in the public. You know what I'm saying? You're operating in the public and you're sending paperwork to these people. I get that. That's like sending paperwork to the IRS, letting them know what your intent are. I haven't seen the 1099 OID work. I even put in a 1099 OID. I never heard nothing back from the IRS. Ever. You know what I'm saying? They sent me one letter back when I first sent it off. They said, thank you for your correspondence. We'll be in contact with you once, everything gets processed or whatever the case may be. Man, that's been about 6-7 years ago. I ain't never heard anything back from them folks. What I'm trying to tell you is that, but what I'm finna say here though, yo, I'm gonna live with it. What is it is? I can tell you, you can mark this one. You can mark this one. You can mark this one. But I'm telling you, I know for a fact it worked for me. If a debt collector send you a letter, and you answer that letter, and you tell them to cease and desist under 15 U.S.C. 1692G until they verify the debt, they have to cease all communications. Watch what I tell you, they're gonna go away. Because if they can't prove the debt. Now don't get me wrong. Some of them songos is gonna be, they're gonna be persistent. Because the statute of limitations in your state could be 3 years. Them songos come at you for 4, 5, 6 years. Until you say, yeah, I owe. Then you start the clock all over again. Why would you do that? Nah. Now cease and desist. Okay, if you can't prove that you own this debt, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be, or you got an assignment with the creditor, you can't talk to me. And always don't admit nothing. It's always alleged debt. Always alleged. Don't admit to anything. Don't go in there telling them some sob story. Don't go in there cause see, now you're acting like a debtor. Go in there talking like a creditor. Nah, look here, bro. Because it's one who asserts, not the one who denies. Got to prove their case. Bottom line. Nah, I don't know. You can cease all communication. And line by line. Send them an affidavit. Send them an affidavit with affidavit mailing or a certified mail, and get a return receipt 3811 card in the mail, and watch what they do. Watch how quickly they respond. They're going to respond by not responding. You know what I'm saying? Cease all communications. Now, I got the 3011 card in the mail with a copy of this letter that I sent you. Okay, so now, you want to go home, you want to go to jail, which one you want to do? What's happening? Metaphorically, let's play. Which one you want to do? You want to go home, you want to go to jail? Because we ain't playing here. Because if you contact me again, I'm sending a letter to the CFPB and the FTC. So let's play with. I ain't talking to you no more. Cause now my documents gonna talk for me now. What's happening? What's happening? What we gonna do? Is you gonna contact me again? Is you gonna follow the law? Because apparently if you're not gonna follow the law, then you need to cease all communications. ASAP. ASAP. Not 30 days, not 20 days, not 10 days. ASAP. At this hour. Play with it. Play with it. That's how you gotta treat them. But you can't treat them, you can't come in there attitudinal. You can't send them an attitudinal letter, whatever. Just put the law on them. You put that law on them, I'm telling you, they're gonna go away. And stop paying Midland funding, and stop paying LV&V. Because if you didn't put it, let me tell you something. If they don't got an assignment, if they don't have an assignment, what is an assignment? An assignment is something that they have with your creditor, that they are the debt collector collecting on behalf of that creditor. Your creditor. They have to prove that. If they don't have that, guess what? Guess what? They must cease all communications. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Say, do you owe this? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. And if they put it on your credit report, send them an affidavit. Because let me tell you this. They got to have permissible purpose to do that. And then you're going to have to get contacted. Keep that. Let me give you that source one. They got to have permissible purpose. And then they got to send you a letter and be in contact with you that they're going to put this on your report. If not, excuse me, CFPB, Equifax Trade Union or whoever, they violating me. They putting unnecessary mess on my report that I didn't even authorize. This debt collector, I'm sending an affidavit to them too. To the consumer agencies. You know them as the credit bureaus. I'm sending them. We ain't playing no games. Do you want to go home? You want to go to jail? What's happening? What's happening? What is happening? This is not a game here. Yeah, I might be a little animated today. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, but I'm dead serious. Because I want you to understand what your rights are. Because I don't give a ding dong. They're going to break them. They're going to break them. And they're going to hope that you don't know them. I'm trying to get you through this. Yo. I don't want you to go. You know what blind intelligence mean? Blind intelligence is when you have the information and you don't know how to use it. You have the information and see, that's what happens with a lot of people. You have the information, you don't even know or you don't want to use it. That's blind intelligence. That's straight blind intelligence. Believe that. You have it, but you don't want to use it because you are afraid. The book is in your hand, all you gotta do is open up and read it. And once you read it, utilize it. You know how to write a letter. You know how to write a letter. Write a letter cease and desist. If you don't use it, that's your intelligence. You're blind in your intelligence. That's real. You have the intelligence and you, come on, man. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to your family. You trying to say, well, what can I do? Well, this is what you can do. And it's ain't no magic tricks to this. Ain't no magic tricks, ain't no magic words. So come off of the magic stuff. There is no magic words to this. It's either you follow the law or you don't. You know what I'm saying? This is what you get when you follow the law, and this is what you're going to get when you don't follow the law. It's as simple as that. If you don't follow the law, then the Federal Trade Commission is going to be notified, and then the CFPB is going to be notified, and then off top, and then you know what I'm saying? So, but if you do follow the law, then and you don't have and all you got to do is cease all communications until you can validate this debt. Now, if they are a creditor, if they are a debt collector that is working in conjunction with your creditor, right? I can't go one without the other. If they are, they're going to have an assignment. If they have the assignment, they are truly legitimate. Now you can work with them. Say, all right, well, look, listen, this is what we can do. They're gonna send me all the information that they send. They send you the information. Now you can talk to them. Legitimacy is the key here. Legitimacy is the key here. But don't admit to it. I don't give a ding dong if they do say they have an assignment over that phone. If they don't document, they can tell you anything. They can tell you they got one. Don't move until you see it on paper. Don't move until you see it on paper. They have to send it to you. Send me a copy and I'll be in contact with you. Send it all to me in writing. Have a nice day. If you have an assignment with about this alleged debt, send it to me in writing, and we'll talk later. Have a good day. But this is what you do. Forget the phone call. Send it to them send that letter to them in writing. With either an affidavit and mail it, or get a certified mail return receipt, or both. You understand what I'm saying? And this is how you do it. And see, that way you ain't got to worry about. This way you ain't got to worry about talking to them over the phone or sending them a text message. Email is fine. That's on record. Email is cool. You know what I'm saying? If they email it to you, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And you can get the file or whatever, or you can get the file, store it into your into your phone or whatever the case may be, or whatever device you have. Boom. Now you got it. So now you can go and say, okay, cool. But if they don't send me that information, they're going to cease and desist. No communication. See, that's what part you don't understand. When you tell them to cease all communication, that means cease all communication, even snail mail, until you can prove this debt, whether you're a debt junk buyer or a debt collector. See my point? Hey, I'm Raphael Bird, and this is the Blind Intelligence Show. Look, click like and share and subscribe, and please share the video. Please share it out. Give me some likes, and you know what I'm saying. Look, but most of all, I want you to stay encouraged, and don't let these debt junk buyers and these debt collectors, don't let them take advantage of you. All right, peace.